Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here from MJS Coaching Football. My background, this is my 38th year coaching. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I'd like to talk to you about one of our sniper games to defend zone read or RPO or both, okay? And it's what we call switch. Okay, switch, simple as that. Switch. And honestly, this developed during the 2016 MIT game. They completely changed 9 games of tendencies in their 10 personnel Detroit spread. And it necessitated me putting this in the middle of the game. All right. So what it is it's a version of a Bob Plug Blitz. See my Plug Blitz family playlist, but it's a different. So again, this came about as a necessity during a game in 2016 where we defeated MIT, and it was a big game, big win. But this ended up playing a significant role in the second half. Okay. So what I want to do right now is talk about a couple of the key differences between Switch and previous presentations, either Xbox or Xerox. Okay. So the big differences are the technique of the call side defensive end, and honestly, the technique of the opposite inside linebacker away from the halfback. Okay. So again, just to make sure we're clear, there is no Lucky Ringo. Okay, yes, it is a blitz without a Lucky Ringo because the call is based upon the halfback's location. So this is most effective versus an offset halfback. So anytime our halfback offsets to our right, we say east. Again, you look at a map of the U.S., the east coast is on the right, west coast is on the left. And this is the only time we use east and west. So if the halfback were to switch, it would be check west. And so east tells the stud, because the stud's always right, he's in it. East tells the nose to go left, because the nose goes away in the sniper game. Okay. West tells the end that he's in it, tells the nose to go right. Right? Boom, done. For the inside linebacker, they're the ones making the east-west call, so hopefully they realize, right? You're on the right, you say east. Boom, done, right? So the techniques now. On the call side, now this can be done in a 5 technique as well, but again, we prefer to be in our base 50, so that's a 4 technique. What that means is shuffle technique, as it says up here. The defensive end is going to take a slant step as if there were a hip there for a landmark, and then he's going to get vertical and sit. We say sit at the heels of the tackle. Now, I don't want him looking and all that stuff, but it's a slant step, get it, so that means also penetration. Then they sit. And the goal here is for the quarterback to give the football. We call sniper when we want the quarterback to give the ball. Okay, now this is obviously if the quarterback's the guy who's the better runner, but it also might be situational. For whatever reason, we want the running back to get the ball, score, time, field position, all the different variables that would factor into it. But again, the key here is defensive end. So you're not teaching them anything new. It's a slant tech. So now we're just saying the shuffle. When you penetrate, sit. Just sit. Okay? So don't continue to penetrate because then the quarterback can keep it and duck under. Right? So it's the slant technique, but then you're going to sit. Okay, so it's a little tweak to the slant technique, so nothing major. So the shuffle, why is it called shuffle? Why don't we just call it sit technique, right? Well, similar to when the linebacker is static, shuffle is the defensive end's version of static. As they sit, they read the mesh. The quarterback keeps it, there he is, right? If he gives it, when we know he's going to be late, The defensive end now bends and chases inside to see if he can't get in on the play. Okay, so shuffle, SS. Okay, slant. That's why we use the word shuffle, because it's slant, it's static. Okay, and he's got up there, and the other part of shuffle is we want him to keep his feet hot. Don't be flat footed. Okay, it's like don't shut off the engine because then you have to start it up again. That takes time. Keep the engine moving. Okay, so the nose, slant technique, slant A, penetrate, boom, done, right? That's easy. The plug is a plug. Okay, we just say it's Bob, execute a Bob. Now, in addition to that, the backer needs to understand you're in the B gap. That means you're a dive defender. So there's no reading the mesh. We're looking for you to penetrate, blow things up, and when the running back goes this away, you're going to bend like crazy. If the quarterback keeps it, just tackle the back. Okay? We don't want him being tentative, playing the read, because then he's doing that. The back keeps it, and we're in trouble. Okay, so penetrate, blow it up. You're blitzing. This is a plug blitz. And when the back goes that way, you got to bend with it. Okay, boom, done. Bend with it. So the other tweak here is the technique of this inside linebacker here opposite the back. So it's the Mike in this case. What is meant by fallback? Well, first remember 51. The defensive end here is the B gap. So if the surface is coming this way, he's getting into C gap. But in this particular sniper call switch, the fallback is he's going to be a little tentative just in case the surface comes. So this guard sees the blitz and decides to pick up here. So now that A gap's open, right? So that would be the Mike's backside gap to begin with. But the surface tells him he's play side. So what fallback signifies to the linebacker is don't race the C gap when you see your play side. Be prepared to fall back into the opposite A gap. That's what it means. And that's the reason. Because the nose is taken off on a zone scheme, there won't be anything there for the backside guard. Backside guard sees the blitz coming. He may help with the tackle here, and that could open up a crease in the A gap. So that's what the fallback is. Be a little slow, the old slow play. Be prepared to fall back into the A gap. That's it. Boom, done. Okay? So as usual, any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com. Don't be overly concerned whether you're going to screw up your line. You won't, because it goes hand in glove. If this were in the backside, you were the backside. That's your gap anyway, dude. So we're just telling you now. Once they understand the possibility of being gashed in the A, it slows them down enough because they'll see quickly, and he falls back into the A. That's all it is. And we don't do it enough to make it a conflict in responsibilities or technique. This is specific to switch. Okay, so hope that helps. Have a great day. And again, any questions, please reach out to me.